Mom, can you get it? It's probably the kids from the study group. Hi. Wow, we made this really cool background. My dad and I made it to put us in the mood for our report. Wonder where the other guys are. Oh, that must be them. My mom left them in.
So, have you got the report written yet?
You must be kidding. You haven't even started.
Oh boy, you're really losing me. Thought you'd be finished by now.
Speaking about losers, where's that from Randy?
I don't know. I'm just surprised to assign that kid to our group. Our report's about baseball, isn't it? Yeah. So why do we have to end up with a kid who couldn't even make the team?
Oh, Randy's not so bad. He's the smartest one in the class.
Smart? Yeah, he's a real smart. That kid couldn't even find his way to first base without a road map.
Come on, guys, cut it out. That must be him.
Randy, we're here to write a report, not to have a sleepover. What's up with the suitcase?
Oh, this? It's my baseball memorabilia collection. I kind of thought some of these would be helpful.
Gee, Randy, memorabilia? Looks like a bunch of old junk to me. Between Cincinnati and Detroit.
Big deal. With this report due in 2 weeks, a lot of good bad stuff is going to fail.
Well, Mrs. Reisman said a report was supposed to capture the drama, the excitement, and suspense of the game of baseball. Look at this. My grandfather's collection of newspaper clippings should be a big help.
Hey, suppose we could use these things, talk about the old-time ball players, guys like Cohen Spangler, Jackie Robinson, Casey Stengel.
Sure, we can even write about some of the wild and crazy things that happened during the games.
Oh, what are we waiting for? Let's get to it. I suggest we start by...
Hang on a minute. Who made you head this committee? You didn't even make the school baseball team.
Well, I know all about baseball, I thought maybe...
You thought maybe what? Forget it, Randy. We need a person. Hold on a second. I think Randy would make a fine chairman. Just because he's an all-star on the ball field doesn't mean he doesn't love the game or know anything about it. I say we give him a chance. Come on! What do you say? Well, let's get going. Susie, before we start, do you think we could have a little snack? Christy, you just got here. We haven't done anything yet. But I'm hungry and I only had 3 meals today.
Come on, Christy. Try to talk me out. We've got a lot of work ahead of us.
Tell you what, let's get something accomplished and we'll have a 7th inning stretch a little later.
Well, Randy, since you're the chairman, where do we begin?
The best place to begin would be at the beginning. Back in the days when they pitched underhand and the ball was nothing more than a ball of yarn with a cover stitched on it.
Yeah, my dad said in the early days you could throw the runner out by hitting him with the ball.
Not only that, before 1863, if you caught the ball in one bounce, it was an out.
Things were sure different then. Randy, when did it all begin? I sure as you could have been there in those early days of baseball.
If only we were there. If only we were there.
Brought baseball into our lives. All that
great hitters in our report?
I don't know too many of them. Who are some of the big names?
Well, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio are pretty well known as all-time big hitters.
I bet Aaron hit the ball so good, you could hear the seams crack.
Hey, look, here's a book with Aaron on the cover.
Fill us in. What's it say about him? Well, what?
Well, it says that Aaron beat Babe Ruth's lifetime Major League home run record when he hit his 715th career home run on April 8, 1974.
That's great, but Hank Aaron finished his career with a total of 755 home runs.
Gee, that's really something. I wonder why they named a candy bar after him. Christy, sometimes I think your game's been called on because of rain. Only kidding. We better get back to work. What about Ted Williams? Do we have any info on him?
I must have something somewhere.
Wait a minute, here's a newspaper article written in the 40s. It says, swing for swing, Williams is on the ball. Ted Williams, known as the Splendid Splinter, is the first major leaguer in 11 years to achieve a 406 batting average.
That's great, but Joe DiMaggio did some pretty wild stuff too. Back in the May 1941, what started out to be a single in the White Sox against the White Sox ended up to be a 56-game hitting streak.
Wow, the only hitting streak I ever had was getting to base twice in the first grade game of T-ball.
Sorry, Josh. I'm afraid that we might not make it to the record books.
Well, excuse me.
Come on, guys, back to work. I'm trying to get some excitement across the class. I suggest we make a tape-recorded version of one slugger's greatest moment.
What did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking about the time when we pointed to where you was going to hit the ball. You see, I just...
Hang on, Randy, I just saw an article about it. I got it. How about we use our radio announcer style voice to make a tape about the article? Miss Prizeman will